Fresh from the Carabao Cup victory against Wimbledon 2-1, Enzo Fernandez scoring his first ever Chelsea goal, and Noni making sure Chelsea defeat Wimbledon 2-1 in the Carabao Cup. Chelsea has opportunity again to make sure we make it 3-win at the bounce. 3 solid win. I can't remember the last time we had 3 win at the bounce. It has really been long. Yes, we have the opportunity to face an informed Nottingham Forest side. Yeah, despite the fact that Nottingham Forest had lost in the Carabao Cup, but they are still they've been a thorn in Chelsea's flesh in recent times. In the last 2 games, it has 2 games that we played, it has really been something to talk about. It has really not been Chelsea's day, as the case may be. Anyway guys, Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest match preview, here we go. Hello guys, it's your boy SL Rene. Well, it's match day. It's another interesting day to talk about Chelsea. Another interesting time to talk about Chelsea. So many things happening in the Chelsea front. Well, today's video is all about Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest match preview. Well, that game is on Saturday 3 p.m. and I tell you, it's a mouth-watering game. It's really something we really need to watch, really need to see, because Chelsea has the opportunity to make it 3 win out of 3. That is beating Luton, beating Wimbledon, and beating Nottingham Forest at the Bridge. So Chelsea has the opportunity to make it 3 win out of 3, and this has been a long time since Chelsea had ever even thought about winning 3 games on the bounce. And with the most recent victory from the Wimbledon game, yes, most people would have expected us, even me, would have expected that we blew Wimbledon away, but it is what it is. We were able to come out with a 2-1 win. Well, all I care about is the win, and we are into the next round of the Carabao Cup. But that aside, now let's talk about the game against Nottingham Forest. The game against Nottingham Forest would be a very interesting game for both sides, because Nottingham Forest, having lost the game against Manchester United, when Manchester United came from 2-0 down to win that game 3-2, and Awoni in really good form, scoring against Arsenal, scoring against Manchester United. He did even score against Chelsea in the last season. Chelsea met home and away. He was on the score sheet with Raheem Sterling, also on the score sheet for Chelsea home and away. We shared the point in both scenarios, 2-2, 1-1, home and away. That was how the game ended. But this time around, it's a new Chelsea, it's a new different Chelsea, new players, new mentality, new coach, everything new. But my problem is with this Chelsea is our backline. Our backline has been shaky. 4 games this season, and we've conceded a goal in every game. I think Mauricio Pochettino really need to look at that backline and do something, because we start slow, we concede cheeky goals, and at the end of the day we struggle to equalize and make sure we come back and probably win or draw that game. It has really not been a good scenario for Chelsea. The only time we've scored first this season is against Luton, and we ended up winning that game. So every other game so far this season, we end up conceding first and getting to equalize, or at the end of the day probably lose or win the game, or even draw the game. Well, this game against Nottingham Forest has everything jam-packed for it. We want to see if Mauricio Pochettino would definitely keep the same lineup that he has been using. If you notice, Mauricio Pochettino had been using a 5-3-2 formation, a 3-5-2 formation that he has been using since the beginning of this season, despite the fact that during the preseason he used 4-3-3, but now he's using a 3-5-2 with Chilwell playing as a winger. I think if Mauricio, by this game against Nottingham Forest, will let us know that okay, this is what Mauricio Pochettino, 3-5-2 formation has come to stay in Mauricio Pochettino's head and in his mind. I can only imagine how it will be, and barring the fact that Chelsea had so many injuries, as many as 9 players already out injured, I can only expect him to stick with that formation. To me personally, if our wingers are actually doing well, I don't see reason why he should be deploying Chilwell to that position. I don't really see why. Well, ahead of the game against Nottingham Forest, I think these two sides has met a total of 9, 10, 11, 12 times so far, and Chelsea had won 4, draw 5, and actually lost 3 or so. Yeah, just at the end of the day, Chelsea has a greater head-to-head over Nottingham Forest, and from the position, Chelsea are 10th on the table, Nottingham Forest are 14th on the table, just like 3 points separating them. Yeah, about 1 point separating both sides, and so it's almost an, on paper it's an evenly contested game, but we know on pedigree Chelsea has the pedigree, has the players, has the coach to make sure we put Nottingham Forest to the sword. Well, the last time we faced Nottingham Forest, it was a draw game. Both legs, home and away, it was draw. And with the way Nottingham Forest is playing now, with the way Awoni has been scoring back to back goals, I can, and the way our defense line has been, we will concede goals. We concede cheeky goals. So with the way with what we've seen so far, I think Awoni may end up scoring this Chelsea side, because our backline is not strong enough to hold him, and not because we can't hold him, but because we concede cheeky goals and we tend to start slow, and that is a really huge problem for Chelsea, and which Mauricio Pochettino needs to look into. Well, for the predicted starting lineup, I think Mauricio Pochettino will stick with the same formation he has used in the game against Luton, except any injury concern. But if there are no injury concern, I think Mauricio Pochettino will stick with the same formation, and Raheem Sterling should just keep up the fine form, because he has been in really good form for Chelsea, and I can only imagine Raheem Sterling of before and Raheem Sterling of now. So we only expect, and even going forward, it's a good thing for Chelsea to have Raheem Sterling scoring, but you should also know that he is not the focal point. Nicholas Jackson is the focal point, so Nicholas Jackson should be scoring. Yeah, talking about Nicholas Jackson, he did score in the last game against Luton, opening his account for Chelsea. So we can only hope that the game against Nottingham Forest, it will really be a very difficult game for Chelsea, but we can see, with what Jackson is playing, I believe he has a goal in him. But one thing I think Jackson needs to reduce, he works too much. I think I don't know, probably could be the kind of players Chelsea have. That's why he's working too much, because at the end of the day, it makes it feel like he's overdoing things. He should try to relax more, run less, position more, and the balls will come. Then he would definitely score. So for the predicted lineup, I think the same formation Chelsea had used in the game against Luton is the same formation, the same players, except there is any injury, will be the same people who we played that match. Well, talking about predictions, I think with the way Chelsea concede goals cheekily, I think that game will be evenly contested. Maybe a 2-1 for Chelsea. I will always say a 2-1 for Chelsea at the end of the day, except their injuries. Talking about players, Chelsea is about to confirm Cole Palmer after he had his medical done for 45 million pounds. That's 40 million plus 5 million add-on. Well, personally, Cole Palmer is not the kind of player I'd expected Chelsea to sign, but as long as you're signing for Chelsea, we just have to support him. And I know so many Chelsea fans out there don't really like this signing, but it is what it is, and we will only support him. And I just hope this Chelsea side has the balls to be able to withstand whatever storm is coming this season, because this side is filled with young stars, young talent, raw talent, and we can only hope that they gel and give us something to smile about, give us something to talk about at the end of the day. Also, Cucurella's deal to Manchester United is, I think that deal is almost off. Yeah, that deal is almost off, if not off, because as it is now, Manchester United are on the verge of signing Reguilon from Tottenham. So that deal is off. Probably it could be because there were no Manchester United and Chelsea were unable to agree on terms, because Chelsea wanted a higher fee in terms of loan, but Manchester United just wanted to pay little, and at the end of the day, that deal did not fly. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Cucurella staying is not also bad. It just means that he will have limited chances in the first team, or he has to fight for his shirt. And with injuries, with the way injuries are holding Chelsea to the balls, we can only have him in that team. And by injuries, he was going to have a long time on the bench with what I've seen so far. Anyway, guys, this is just predicted lineup, status of each player's transfer, and ahead of the game against Nottingham Forest, Chelsea vs Nottingham Forest. That game is on Saturday, 3 p.m. Let us go all out there and support Chelsea. And if this is your first time on our channel, drop your comment on the comment section, and do not forget to click the subscribe button, click the bell icon too, to get notified whenever I'm dropping new videos.